What is up, KLIQPOD family? It is April 30th, and we are here for the Monday Night Raw review. And what did I think of tonight's Raw? Overall, it was actually pretty good. Shockingly, man, I don't have too much to complain about. Isn't that crazy? JG coming with like good things about Raw. To find out what I have to say, stay tuned, man. We'll do it after the intro. What is up, KLIQPOD family? As always, thank you for tuning in every Monday night to our Monday Night Raw review. Can't thank you guys enough, man. It feels like it's been forever since I've been here with you guys, and God, does it feel good to be back. But with that being said, guys, a lot of big things moving forward. This is actually going to be the last week you're going to see us record like this. Yeah, no more of the webcam recording. Got the new little video camera. Man, excited. Big things coming forward. Not only with that being said, guys, man, just a lot of big, exciting things coming forward with the KLIQPOD as a whole, man. If you guys haven't seen some of the hints I've been dropping, man, something really big is going to happen. It's going to make watching Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-views even that much more exciting. When you're totally invested with the KLIQPOD, guys, we're so close to releasing this, and I just want to tell you guys, but I can't yet, man. We're still keeping it in. So until then, we just got to chill out and wait. But with that being said, guys, as always, thank you for tuning in every Monday night. As I said before, if you guys don't know and this is your first time watching, I'm JG of the KLIQPOD. We're a little wrestling podcast. We've been doing this for a little over a year now, and we do all types of things. We do reviews, pipe bomb wrestling, talk, which is just a little take on different things that I think throughout the day. We got Mean Dean's old school pay-per-view reviews A through Z. We got a round table, which we haven't done in forever, as well as we do live shows, and there's going to be a lot more of those coming forward, guys. So exciting big things. Thank you for tuning in for your first time. If this is your first time, and if you're returning as always, thank you, and we love you. And if you will, just take a second for me real quick. Go ahead and subscribe, like the video. But with that being said, man, let's roll on. So, I think the thing that made tonight's show so good for me is that it was in Montreal. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Bret Hart fan. That's the motherland right there, man. And I got a lot of family up in Canada, man. And they treat wrestling right. And I really appreciate that. So tonight's show starts off with Mr. Roman Reigns coming down to the ring. I'm already starting to get that feeling, you know, like, here we go again. It's going to be more bullshit. Roman comes out and throws 3 lines, pretty much how he should be the champ. He is technically the champ. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, at the Greatest Royal Rumble, him and Brock Lesnar in the cage match, he spears Brock through the cage. Brock's back hits first. Roman's feet touch the ground first, and technically that should be the winner. The ref called it wrong. Kurt Angle stood by it, so Brock's still your champion. Crazily enough, we got to say Roman got screwed on this one, man. I mean, technicalities across. Even watching it, I was like, damn, didn't his feet hit? Wouldn't that technically make him the winner? So with that being said, that brings us to tonight. Man, we didn't really get a lot of bitching and complaining from Roman, which was very nice, man. And then we get Sami Zayn come out, and Montreal just goes nuts, man. Roman gets booed. I loved it. The crowd goes nuts for the hometown boy, Sami Zayn. If you guys don't know, Sami's from that area. Huge crowd pop, man. He goes down to the ring. He actually wants, or sorry, let's rewind. Jinder comes out first. Not really a pop at all, man. Just boos, and they're not the good boos. They're the kind of, we just don't want to see you on TV boos. He goes to the ring, tells Roman, you know, he wants a shot at Roman. Stop complaining. Stop being a crybaby. Stop making excuses. He wants a shot at Roman tonight. That's when Sami's music hits. We get the huge Sami pop. Sami comes down to the ring. He also wants a piece of Mr. Roman Reigns. Then, to top it off, man, Mr. KO, who's also in a very similar way a hometown boy, not too far away from where we were tonight in Montreal. But with that being said, man, another huge pop for KO. KO goes down to the ring, explains how he also wants a shot at Roman tonight. Roman, Roman, you know Roman, man. He gets Roman mode. He wants to take them all on. So he proceeds to attack KO. All three of the men start to gang up on him, but guess who runs down to save Mr. Roman Reigns' life? Mr. Lashley, man, and Mr. Braun Strowman. So already right now, you know, it's setting up the 6-man tag team we're going to see later in the show. Not the main event. The main event was phenomenal. This is not the main event. This is just another little portion later in the show, man. Was really excited, man. Crowd was fully engaged with this whole segment. It was very entertaining, guys. I would definitely recommend go back and watching it just to hear all the crowd reactions and the pop. We haven't heard something like this for Sammy, and hell, even KO with just cheers since, man, when KO was beating Cena and Sammy just got called up. I mean, it was that long. So think about how long that's been, guys. It was a phenomenal way to start Raw. And the craziest thing about it is, I was worried that it'd be a whole bunch of talking. But tonight I was actually fully engaged to the whole segment itself. I was excited to see where it led. I thought it was going to break down to maybe them three having a match to see who faced Roman, but instead we got it broken down to a 6-man tag, which, hey, the 6-man tag didn't turn out bad at all, but we'll cover that later. At this point, we cut backstage, and Corey Graves is talking about a new tee that Michael Cole's actually talking about a new tee that Elias got over in India so he could perform tonight. So we come back from commercial break. We get Elias performing. And, of course, he does a song about Bobby Roode. And this leads to the Bobby Roode-Elias match. The match itself, it had good points. I wouldn't say at any point in the match was I totally uninterested. But with that being said, it was nothing that had me on the edge of my seat. It was just a good match. But I like the way the match ends. So earlier in the match, it's played that Bobby Roode gets a kick from Elias to the throat. So he's playing off the fact that he can't breathe and he's struggling with it. Well, to end the match, Bobby's on the outside of the ropes, on the apron still. And Elias is inside. And he takes Bobby and he slams Bobby so his throat hits the piece that comes off the turnbuckle. Well, that connects the turnbuckle to the pole that it sits on. So at this point, man, Bobby falls down. He can't get up from he can't get back in the ring for the 10 count, and he's just grabbing his neck the whole time. Absolutely playing it genius. That's how the match ends. Elias walks by, just talking junk. Very entertaining ending to this. I want to see where this goes forward. If this is going to actually have Bobby miss any time, and then Bobby has this comeback, or are they going to play this along the lines of, maybe this is what starts the heel turn for Bobby? Because that would be exciting, man. How long has it been since we've seen Bobby as a heel? Bobby's not a face. He's not made to be a face. Bobby is an organic, amazing heel. I love it. The art thou better than you attitude he has. So hopefully this is going to start the heel turn that he's going through all this bad luck. He wins the championship, loses it. Now he's got the throat injury. Maybe when he comes back, he's like, screw all you guys. I did it for you guys all the first time. Now I'm doing it for me. And then, he start the heel run. But with that being said, that's how the match ends, is with Bobby Roode laying on the outside, grabbing his neck. Elias walking up the apron after Bobby can't make the 10 count to get back in the ring. Once again, really thought this was a good finish to the match. So right now, you're already 2 for 2 in segments to start the night, for me at least. I know there's going to be people out there tonight that are going to be like, wasn't that entertaining, or hey, it's just another Raw. I actually thought it was really good, especially for a go-home show, because keep in mind, this is the go-home show for Backlash. So that's the craziest part. And it's weird because Backlash is this Sunday and it's the actual pay-per-view, but we just had the greatest Royal Rumble over in Saudi Arabia, and that had that pay-per-view feel to it, even though it wasn't a pay-per-view, but they were promoting it like one. So it's crazy how quick the turnaround to Backlash actually is for this. As I said, I really like the ending of this. Did it right. Right now we're 2 for 2 with segments. Next we get the Author of Pains. The Author of Pain is going to go up against some local team. Their names are Jean-Paul and Francis. I hope that's right. Francois. Just some home local team. But when they actually dropped their promo in the back, it was actually pretty good, man. So you can see they got some charisma. But you already know what this is a setup for. They go out there. They get absolutely demolished by the Authors of Pain. You get the Super Colliders, which I love, which is where they're holding them for the power bomb, smack their backs together, and then blam. Then you get the last chapter. 1, 2, 3. Authors of Pain just absolutely dominate this match. This is fitting. I expect to see this. I want to see this. This is how these guys should be booked. They should be dominating dudes. Even as they start to get in better and better competition, keep them dominating until we get to a higher point where then maybe they start to have some struggles or we start to see some kinks in the game. But for now, yeah, just keep a dominant run. So, I mean, right now for me, 3 for 3 with segments. You're looking good, Raw. You're looking really good. I haven't seen you start a show like this since maybe last year, the Raw after Mania last year. So that's a long time ago. And I don't, for you guys that don't get it, I don't mean the one that just passed. I mean the last one we had. Pardon me. But, so right now we're 3 for 3 with segments. I'm really enjoying this, man. Then we get Seth Rollins comes out, starts speaking about the last month of his career and how much of a role he's just been on. And I've got to admit, Seth Rollins has been absolutely hot. Yo, Monday, Raw is Rollins. Rollins is Raw. Like, let's go. The Rollins Zone. You know, remember the old War Zone? Instead of War Zone, Rollins Zone. Let's go, man. I'm getting me a Rollins Zone shirt, dude, in a heartbeat. This dude is on absolute fire. But he goes out there. And this is one of the disappointments I did have in the show. You can tell they're trying to start pushing. They're starting to try to push, or at least tonight they were trying to give it a little push to the Roman push, the Roman agenda. I wasn't irritated with it. I can kind of understand it. They're homies. He starts talking about he doesn't want to be a champ like Brock Lesnar. He doesn't want to be part-time. He wants to be a defending champ. He always wants to be defending it. He wants to be a fighting champion. Then he throws out a little plug for Roman, how Roman is technically the champ, like it or not, like him or hate him, he's technically the champ. Like I said, man, controversy. I enjoy a good controversy. I enjoy the fact that he's not champ. So, was that a blown call or was it set up to be like that? I wonder. I'm like, because my instant thought, I thought Roman won, but I digress. We're not here to talk about that. We're actually here to talk about this Seth promo. So, they're pushing the agenda, but not all crazily. But, I mean, it's clear as day when he's just bashing Brock and then he throws that Roman should be the actual champ in there. Little frustrating. I ain't going to go off on it tonight. Tonight's not one of those nights. Finn Balor comes out, pretty much breaks it down to Seth that, hey, Seth, you going to live up to your actual words? And the fans are just going nuts, man. And he's asking Seth, hey, you going to defend? Why don't you defend that Intercontinental champ against me tonight? And Seth's like, why don't we let the fans decide? You know the fans go nuts. We want to see this. So Seth agrees. At this point, the Miz Taraj came out. I guess is their little 5 cents. Whatever, you know. They had to be on the program somewhat tonight. But when these guys come out tonight, a little quick segment, it actually had me chuckling. Ms. Taraj is talking about how last week they just had the wrong approach. They shouldn't have approached them individually. They should approach them both together. And they unzip their they open up their jackets, they show their shirts, and it's all 4 of their faces: Bose, Seth, Curtis, and Finn's face on the shirt. And of course, Finn and Seth actually give it a second and think about it and talk about it. But of course they give it a hard no. At this point, man, they turn around. Bo and Curtis are leaving the ring. Of course, you know they're going to turn around and attack. They beat them down, throw them out. I like this. Right after they clear the ring, you know, Seth's doing the looking over the ropes. I just cleared you out. Not even turns around, just backs up. Finn hits him where he grabs him around the neck, then does the spin, lands. Freaking love this part, guys. It was absolutely phenomenal. You know, just letting them know, man, hey, don't be distracted. I'm still here. I'm still here. Not only am I here, you got to face me later tonight. So that sets up our main event of the evening, which is the Intercontinental Championship match. Once again, man, you hit it good here. I didn't like the Miz Taraj coming out, but I understood it because it set up the Finn getting the attack afterwards to remind Rollins, yo, you better be on your A game tonight. Which, when we get to the main event, they were truly on their A game tonight. Now, we get a point I'm not disappointed with. I actually really enjoyed it. We get the Riot Squad. I told you, I think Ruby's got that feel. She got that look for Raw, man, and I love it. I absolutely love Ruby's look, her feel. Man, she's about to set the world on fire, man. I can feel it. Within the next year or two, man, she might be one of the top women in the game. Not right now, but within the next year or two. Mark my words. That woman's going to do something else. The character, her charisma, her intensity, the way she performs in the ring. Yes, she might have sloppy moments, but she just performs so well. Very excited for what she's going to do. But they come down to the ring. We get a little backstage promo with Sasha confirming that Bayley's not going to come out to the ring with her tonight. It's her on her own. She's about to do boss shit. She goes down to the ring. Great match. Great match. Great points of this match. For me, this isn't match of the night, but I will recommend you go back and watch this. This will be my second. This will be 1B. Go back and watch this match. Really good. These ladies put on a performance tonight. I love the ending. The ending was Sasha hits the double knees on Liv. Then she's going up to the top. And when she gets to the top, Sarah Logan gets on the apron, distracts her. Ruby hits her with the riot kick, gets through the pin, 1, 2, 3. I love this. I love the ending on this. I want to see Ruby get the wins. I want to see Ruby just add fuel to the fire. Maybe Bayley beats Ruby and that becomes a thing. And they just all start talking shit to Sasha and Sasha's ganged up and it turns her heel again. Like, there's so many ways this can go. But I liked seeing Ruby get the win tonight. The match was phenomenal, ladies. Well performed. More and more. If you guys didn't know, from the very first episode we did of back then it was the Outsiders podcast, I didn't know how I really felt about the movement, the women's movement. Yes, we were seeing great women, but I was seeing a lot of shit still come up, and that's what hurts me, like your Dana Brooks, things of that nature. But just sitting here and watching this ride, it has been an enjoyable ride. Now, I don't think they're being booked correctly, but seeing the women perform has been absolutely incredible, man. I feel blessed to be seeing this. But Charlotte and Ruby just put on absolutely amazing match tonight. Definitely go back and check that out, guys. Well recommended. I mean, it was freaking phenomenal, guys. Absolutely done so well. Then we get our little moment of bliss. You know, the anti-bullying message tonight. It's about Nia and her going to Disneyland and her getting bullied by Nia about her height at Disneyland. Just more nonsense, man. Honestly, I can't wait to get this feud done. It's that simple. I can't wait to move on to bigger, better things. I'm ready to get the feud over. At this point, we go to commercial break. They come back from commercial break. We get Matt and Bray in a little promo. Matt starts it out talking about the light and how the light and the dark and how they've always been there since the sands of time. Then Bray comes in, talks about, you know, sometimes it's okay to do deep, evil things. And I love it how they just both look and they're like, run. Like, they just excite me, man. And then with with them showing their faces through different historical moments, like Washington crossing the Delaware or on cave paintings, that was absolutely phenomenally done. Tommy Guns, this goes out to you. I know you thought they were going to ruin this. I'm really enjoying this, bro. I'm really enjoying the Bray and Matt where it's going. I don't think it's been done at all. I think we're going to get another compound match here pretty soon. In a tag match, it's going to be phenomenal, I think. But who would it go up against? So that's my question out to you. hey, if we get another compound tag team match for the titles, who do you want to see Matt and Bray go up against? Now, we're about halfway, a little over halfway through the show. We get our 6-man tag match. Jinder, Sammy, and KO versus Braun, Bobby Lashley, and Roman Reigns. Crazily enough, I like the match. I like the match for being a 6-man tag, and you guys know how I feel. And we've been seeing them constantly lately. It's every show we're seeing 1 to multiples. And by multi-man match, I don't mean tag match. I mean like 3-man, like 3 tag teams, 3-way, a 4-way, 6-man tag, 10 man tag, 10 women tag. So we've been getting a lot of this lately. I liked how this actually started out. Sammy, Jinder, and KO play a little tag game to see who's going to actually end up in the ring. Sammy ends up in the ring, going with Roman. Roman tags in Bobby. Bobby comes in, starts to get worked a little off the bat, and then starts with his explosiveness. Roman gets tagged back in. Roman gets actually well worked. They kept him, Sammy, Jinder, and KO kept him over in his corner, kept him bottled off, kept working him. He would get his moments, but he wouldn't make the tag. I was really enjoying that. This kept going on for a minute, and then while Sammy and him were having exchanges, of course, he gets the tag off to Braun. Braun destroyed everybody. I wrote down that everybody had a nice segment in this match, because for the amount, when everybody had their turn inside the match, I thought everybody did well tonight. They performed up to their abilities. They did what they do best. I didn't really think there was a lot of downtime in this match. I thought they kept constant pressure on Roman. That helped the match move along at a great pace. I even wasn't upset by the ending. Roman doesn't get the win. Roman gets a spear to clear out the ring. Bobby Lashley actually saves Roman. Sammy's going to hit him with the haluva kick probably. And Bobby grabs him, suplexes him. So I enjoyed it, guys. Braun wins. Braun power slams KO for the 1, 2, 3. Crazily enough, even though I knew the outcome, I enjoyed the 6-man tag. I mean, I thought it had a good pace. I thought it was well performed. I thought the story they told was really well. I thought the story behind it was they didn't want to allow Braun Strowman to get in the ring, and that's what they tried to do by keeping Roman cornered off. Unfortunately, they failed. They failed in the long run. Braun got in the ring. People got them hands, and that was a wrap. What can we say, man? Braun's hotter than shit right now. When he did his little running outside the ring where he just bulldozed these fools. It looks so vicious because he's such a big guy, and everybody I've ever shown Braun Strowman to, or who's ever watched it with me and seen him, has always stated like, damn, he is really a big guy. And I'm like, yeah, he is seriously big. When you tower over Brock Lesnar, you are a massive human being. So, but like I said, really enjoyed the way this ended. Baron Corbin has a little backstage segment where he's talking shit about Titus Worldwide. Titus Worldwide is actually going to have a segment to talk about this. He does, man. He just says, hey, I slipped and fell. Sometimes you fell, but he made a great story of it. Sometimes you fall in life, but when you fall, get back up. Continue on. Do what you do. And when he said this, man, I mean, it totally clicked for me. It totally made sense. And every time I watch it, it's so vicious. Because if you guys watch it, there's a pull just to his right shoulder, man, that he almost hits. Imagine if he would have hit that, man. He might have had to get shoulder surgery. So he's probably just happy he didn't have to get shoulder surgery. Anything worse happened. It's just a big old gif, and it's blowing up the internet. So what better way to get yourself pushed than by your slip and fall? So I don't know. We'll see. We actually see more of it tonight. So with that being said, they're going to use this Titus moment to the best of their advantages. You know the WWE make their money. So it's Baron Corbin and No Way Jose. Baron's coming out to the ring talking about, you know, how he's all focused, how his opponent for tonight's not. No Way Jose only cares about his conga line and having fun. No Way Jose comes out like he always does, conga line, having fun, hitting his moves, hitting that little spin move in there. Match is exactly what I thought it was going to be. This is probably one of the low moments of my night. I wanted to see a little more action from him in No Way, but this is a good way to keep Baron strong, but he still takes the L. So Baron's dominant. He's dominating No Way Jose. And then out comes, you hear Titus Worldwide's music. Him, Dana, and Apollo come out. He's walking down. They stop him before he gets too far. Apollo grabs the towel, makes sure it's dried up. Then he holds Dana Brooks' hand and tiptoes like he's walking across ice across it. Gets over there, gets up the ring on the apron, pretends like he slips and falls down off the apron. Baron's looking over at him, gives him a smile, starts walking that way. No Way comes up from behind with the roll-up pin, 1, 2, 3. No Way gets the win. Baron's distracted with Titus. Obviously, I think this is going to progress to something with Baron and Titus. You know, doing some little things together. With that being said, this is exactly how I expected this match to finish tonight when it started. Not with the Titus interference, but I knew something would distract him to the point where he would just get the roll-up win. Honestly, I thought Titus Worldwide might have came out with the party crew, but they didn't. But with that being said, it wasn't enough to irritate me or really put a damper in the show at all for me. It was just a segment. It fulfilled what it needed to fulfill, if you know what I mean. And you guys are diehard fans, so you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that it fulfilled what we needed. You can't have a show that's just all the way through flawless. Tonight was a really great show, but you have to have little segments in there like this. And it wasn't that this was bad. It was just so predictable. But with that being said, I mean, it was an enjoyable part. Wow, we are literally flying through this, guys. That's so crazy. Now, that's sometimes when you enjoy the show, it's easier to do these reviews, you know? It's when it's harder, when I want to find, like, some positive things to talk about. That's the hard part. At this point, it's getting later in the show. We're going to have a one-on-one match. Mickie James with Alexa in her corner versus Natalya with Ronda Rousey in her corner. If you didn't see last week's show ended with Mickie James hurting Natalya's knee. Ronda comes out to help Natalya, and Mickie James slides through, kicks her in the back. Ronda gets in there, damn near breaks her arm. And that's how the show ends, with Ronda helping up Natalya and then walking back while Ronda looks back at Mickie like, bitch, I will kill you. So it's pretty much a rematch from last week. It was a quick match, man. It was real fast. Natalya got the win with a roll-up pin. Nothing really to report here. I mean, it started and it was over. I literally stepped out my window, stepped out to look outside. Next thing I know, I look back and like, oh, Jesus Christ, that's over already? And it was minutes, if that. Natalya wins with the roll-up pin. Nia Jax comes out and scares off Alexa. Then she comes to the ring to celebrate with the girls. I don't know, just a quick segment. Nothing really right home about this. Then we get, the match of the night. God damn, was it good. We get the main event, the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. I cannot tell you enough. I was looking forward to this the whole time. I was 1,000,000,000% engaged, and these boys did not disappoint. I felt there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of big spots, man. Watching this match, I had a lot of shades and thoughts of the Universal title match with them two against each other. These guys can do some amazing work. And some of the, at moments you think they're going to slow down, but they don't. They kick it into another gear and take it to another level. Man, during the match, Baylor's eye reopens, and that was pretty cool. Just seeing all the damage that was done from the ladder match at the Greatest Royal Rumble with him, Rollins, Joe, and The Miz. Like, and I seen it bleeding then. I was like, damn, that's vicious. But then to see it reopen tonight and it start bleeding, it wasn't as vicious as it was before. But you can tell it was pretty intense. But once again, man, absolutely great match. And then I got jotted down here on the notes. I'm like, there's a point in the match when Fenton hits the double stomp, but can't cover. And you can just see that he's exhausted, man. So then he goes up for the coup de grace. And Rollins actually uses the ropes to, you know, bounce him down. And then Rollins literally, like he did the ladder at the Greatest Rumble. He just climbs right up the freaking ropes to the superplex. Thought this was awesome, man. Gets flipped over, gets Balor does the Falcon Arrow to him. I was like, holy shit, this is a great freaking segment, man. Get me excited as shit. Then they had a little transition where Balor goes for the coup de grace, misses. Rollins goes for the stomp, misses. Balor goes for a roll-up attempt, and he misses. Rollins goes for another freaking stomp. He misses that, dude. Then Balor hits the sling blade, man. Then there's a little transition. Rollins hits a super kick. Rollins hits the freaking curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. The match was fire. Shit, that match was fire. That's how you end a show, man. That's why I waited a little bit to record this. I was like, damn, I just wanted to like marinate in that match. Like, damn, this is really good. This is actually an enjoyable night of Raw. So with that being said, man, I mean, that's how our show comes to an end tonight, guys. Well, their show. For me, man, there's a lot of good points in this show. A lot of highlights. This wasn't your normal Raw. I think Raw felt they owed us something. And they delivered tonight. Is it the best Raw I've ever seen? No. But is it above average? Yes. If I could see this every week, you never hear me complain. We would literally have the funnest reviews ever. But with that being said, I want to know your guys' thoughts out there. What do you guys think of tonight's Raw? What do you guys think of the Intercontinental Championship match? What do you guys think about the way that Raw started tonight? With Roman Reigns getting cut off and Roman Reigns getting booed while everybody else was cheered, well, other than Jinder, of course. But with that being said, man, I want to thank you guys, as always, for joining me, man. If you guys are still here, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, at KLIQPOD. You can follow me individually at TheLegend958. Don't forget about KLIQPOD Gaming on Twitch. You can follow me on there as well individually at KLIQPODJG. Don't forget to follow us on iTunes, Podomatic. And don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and push it out to the world, baby. TLP's growing major moves. And, hey, only a couple shows left with this. From now on out, it's going to be the video camera. So with that being said, as always, guys, kick ass, take names. Peace.